Hi, all you beautiful beings. My name is Angela, and I am your Green Glamourista. Being green does not mean that you need to sacrifice all of your creature comforts. I'm here to share with you all of the things that I find along the way that are non-toxic and sustainable. Because if it's good for the planet, it's good for you too. First on our glam agenda, personal care products. The average American uses 12 self-care products a day, from makeup to skincare to oral hygiene and hair care, as well as the fragrances that we spray and inhale every single day. We're going to dive deep into the chemicals that we've been using on ourselves. Ain't nothing more glamorous than self-care. The beauty industry has come a long way, but we still have miles to go before we can rest easy. Transitioning to greener products doesn't have to be a drag. Just take it one product at a time. Yes, organic products can be a bit pricey. Sourcing quality ingredients, using ethical manufacturing, carbon offsetting, and rigorous testing don't come cheap. With so many brands offering clean alternatives, there's really no reason to be poisoning yourself pretty. Since cancer is the second leading cause of death in America, and many of these chemicals are known carcinogens, I thought that this was a discussion that needed to take place. But a word of caution, every product labeled clean is going to be completely safe. For instance, I did notice talc in a clean makeup brand that I was using. Due to its cozy relationship with asbestos, talc often becomes contaminated as well. Talc is known to be the #1 contributor to mesothelioma, a very dangerous cancer. Johnson & Johnson currently have 40,000 lawsuits for asbestos-induced mesothelioma, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. PFAs, phthalates, parabens, titanium dioxide, formaldehyde, coal tar dyes, these are all baddies that are linked to serious health issues. Want the tea? Okay, I'll give it to you. Polyfluoroalkyl substances, also known as PFAs. PFAs have been linked to several types of cancer, as well as infertility, high cholesterol, low birth rate, as well as adverse effects on the liver, thyroid, and immune system. These chemicals are added in to moisturize and condition, as well as improve the texture and consistency of products, as well as make them waterproof. So think your foundations, your waterproof mascaras, your moisturizers and conditioners, and your lipstick. These chemicals are also known as forever chemicals because they do not break down easily in the environment. They can contaminate soil, air, water, and food. These substances bioaccumulate even inside of us, binding to the proteins in our blood, liver, and kidneys. Women do have a way of detoxing this nasty substance, but you're not gonna like it. Women can pass PFAS through their breast milk onto unsuspecting newborns. Next on our disaster docket, phthalates. Phthalates are endocrine disruptors, which means they can alter hormonal balance and cause health issues in developmental and reproductive health. They've also been linked to breast cancer, decreased fertility, obesity, and asthma. The most common use of these bad boys is in fragrance, which is why it is so important to have transparency here, since almost everything contains fragrance. Perfumes remain protected under trade secret laws, which is why this pesky poison has been allowed to remain around. Not to scare the boys, although this news should scare everyone. Male sperm count has fallen by 50% since 1973. With those numbers, we're on pace to hit zero by 2045. Phthalates are used as solvents and stabilizers in our personal care products. They help to lubricate other substances in the formula as well as to carry fragrance. They are often found in nail polish, deodorant, shampoo, soap, hairspray, body lotion, and basically anything else that has fragrance. Unless you know that the product you're using is clean, from a reputable brand. Avoid buying anything that has fragrance or parfum listed as an ingredient. Next up, parabens. Parabens are a known hormone disruptor. They pose a more serious threat to developing bodies. Parabens also increase your risk of cancer, especially malignant melanoma. These chemicals can be found in nearly anything because they're used as a preservative to help prolong shelf life. Since these chemicals were created to help products persist, guess what? They also persist in your body, where they also can bioaccumulate over time. Coal tar dyes are artificial coloring agents derived from, you guessed it, coal tar or petroleum. They can cause skin irritation, allergic reactions, respiratory issues, ADHD, and cancer. These are found prevalently in hair dye. Formaldehyde is an irritant linked to cancer. It's another chemical that was created for prolonging shelf life and preventing bacteria growth in products. Where it becomes the most dangerous, however, is when it's inhaled. Your Brazilian blowouts in nail polish. Eyelash glue is another common carrier of formaldehyde, where it can cause dermatitis along the lash line, upsetting many unsuspecting gland phones. There are a number of other chemicals that release formaldehyde under certain chemical reactions. So I'll list those because I can't say them. So why not make the switch to a formaldehyde-free formula now? Titanium dioxide is considered safe on skin, but once it's inhaled, it's considered a possible carcinogen. So avoid loose powders, be careful when using pressed, and avoid aerosol sunscreens that contain this ingredient. Opt for the lotion instead. You'll also be doing the environment a favor by offsetting CO2 emissions. Aluminum, which is commonly found in antiperspirants, blocks your pits from doing what they were meant to do, which is expel toxins via sweat. This heavy metal has been linked to breast cancer, kidney disease, and Alzheimer's. More studies are needed to assess this risk, but why risk it? Switch to a less toxic deodorant and start taking more showers. How does fluoride work?
Every time you eat something sugary or acidic, the outside layer of your tooth starts to break down and soften. Over time, this eventually leads to cavities. Fluoride can be deposited onto these softened areas to remineralize them.
Fluoride is deemed relatively safe so long as you're not consuming it in large amounts. In large amounts, it can cause fluorosis, fluoride toxicity. However, you would need to be consuming a lot of fluoride for this to happen. With your little ones, this can be a risk, so you do want to monitor them if they are using fluoride toothpaste. I know there are a lot of conspiracy theories out there, but I've read a lot of peer-reviewed journals and articles, and I don't see anything out there that suggests that they're out there trying to control your mind with fluoride. So if you're really that paranoid about it, just switch to a fluoride-free toothpaste and invest in a water filter, which you should be doing anyway. Something I've been noticing in the toothpaste world is a substance called nanohydroxyapatite. And this is a chemical that is on the ban list in the EU. So you might want to be wary when purchasing this. Just do your research, exercise caution. All this information can be overwhelming, I know, but don't worry, I got your back. Avoid greenwashing. FDA does not regulate terms like green, clean, eco-friendly, or non-toxic. The only USDA designation is organic. So look for USDA organic certification and labels that say they're fragrance-free, phthalate-free, paraben-free, and talc-free. There are an abundance of apps right at your fingertips, such as Clear Ya, Detox Me, Skin Safe, Environmental Working Group, and Think Dirty. These are your new BFFs for finding trustworthy brands. There are so many clean makeup brands out there right now. A few of my favorites are Tarte, Ilia, Elate, which also uses refillable packaging, so big ups to them. And let's not forget about storefronts like Organic Bunny, the Detox Market, and Shop Clean at Sephora. It's easier now more than ever to shop clean. And the local drugstore has options too. So don't think that you're being priced out if you're a diva on a budget. Physicians Formula makes clean makeup. Native and raw sugar should be your go-to brands for self-care. Corporations spend millions of dollars creating advertisements that they then distribute through various channels, whether it be print, TV, the previews you see at the cinema. These ads cost a substantial amount of money to make when you're talking production crews, models, or actresses. Running a full page ad in a national publication will run you $500,000. And that is before you've paid for your model and production crew. And guess who's paying for that? Ding, ding, ding. That's right. You are the consumer. And while you might be happy with all your hard-earned dollars going towards a fancy ad, I would rather that my money be going to product innovation, sustainability, and paying all the workers along the supply chain a living wage. Similar budgets are now being used to get products into the hands of influencers. They get paid to push products, so always do your due diligence before you go out and cop that new lipstick. Does anyone have any idea how much lipstick one swallows in a year? Let me check. So if you apply only twice a day, you will have swallowed 4 tubes of lip balm in a year. You might want to make that your first swab. Companies won't change unless government makes them. So pressure your Congress to sign the Safer Beauty bill. If the government would make these toxic practices illegal, we'd all be a lot safer, and we wouldn't have to research and scour the market to find products that aren't going to harm us. To put this whole fiasco into perspective, the European Union has banned about 1,300 chemicals, whereas the USA has banned 11. So while we wait for everyone to get their act together, do show support to the government officials who are fighting for you. Big ups to Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky for fighting tirelessly to pass robust regulations for cosmetics. Not all heroes wear capes. Self-expression through makeup and self-care should not come at the expense of people or the planet. Stay informed, keep your favorite brands accountable, and remember, you vote with your dollars. Until next time, stay fabulous and stay green.